looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House.
Wait, you built the foundations as well in that time? It's a little unrealistic.
There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
So they laid the foundation as stone and have it perfectly, carved and whatnot. And they laid down the boards as well. I don't know that you get that done in just a handful of days.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
Okay, weird, but also reinforces my point. Very unrealistic.
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
I'm also going to comment on the fact that we still have plosives happening. Why do so many characters have their S's popping? It's kind of ridiculous that this is still going on. There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk. Who are you again? Who are you? I don't remember you.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Good to see you again. The prototype lenses come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with some proper work lately. Let's just flatter her.
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here.
I hope you don't mean that this set we're currently on is Fantasyland, because there's nothing fantastical about it at present.
As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
It's not an amusement park if it doesn't have rides, dear. And I don't see any rides. In fact, I don't even see much to do here other than whatever's in this building over here. Everything else kind of just looks like packaging.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too!
You'd think she'd learn. I guess not.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
Actually, we were expecting you to not even have an opinion or voice it, rather than expecting sympathy from you. Don't tell me you're going to want him to act on it.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant?
Smart? Wow, that's really overstating the matter.
You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Oh, who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a and another thing.
Just gotta cut him off.
Smart, I shall have you know that I am Kahula How!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Lepine Pauline, you strike me as a little bit gullible in this matter. I mean, Hal wasn't lying, technically speaking, to my knowledge, but she doesn't know that. If someone just came up to you and said, I am the almighty Dragon Lord, you'd be like, I'm sorry, yeah, you gotta give me some proof before I believe that shit. But she's just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Have some spine, woman.
Idiot.
Right?
What's all the fuss?
Navia.
Making some new friends, are we?
Aren't we always? We make friends so quickly in this game, Navia. It's like I just meet someone and bam, we're friends. It's really creepy.
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Good lord, the stars and sparkles.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
absent, actually, and it's been delightful. Thank you. Oh, my trusty partner. Ugh. Very well, thank you. Ever better now that you're here.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me?
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
Agreed.
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Like the question marks.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners.
Yeah, but where were yours? You didn't return a handshake. That was very rude of you.
Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
Oh, she got that nail right on the head. How's Telly being treated like a little cuddly pet?
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night.
What are you getting out of it, Navia?
Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I
She's
couldn't
so
wait
dramatic.
a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Good lord.
Sorry, Traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement. As you can see, I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet.
No.
So let me fill you in.
Please, because it looks kind of boring. Like, unless you're an avid filmmaker, I don't know why you'd even bother to come. And even then, I don't really know what's here to appeal to the avid filmmaker. So please.
In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Okay, fan convention is a much better term than amusement park, because it certainly isn't an amusement park. Fan convention, fine, but you still have to tell me what you can do here.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran.
That didn't clarify anything, dear. Ooh, is that what's-her-face back there? I mean, it kind of looks like her. What color hair does she have again? I thought it was blonde, but I could be misremembering.
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend.
Farina has friends?
Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's
Right.
also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
It's one of the 3 members of her salon, I see.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions.
Good for you.
Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
Good for you. Sounds like your career's on the up and up.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, Traveler, are you at all interested in taking part?
I mean, the answer's no, but I don't think you've done a very good job of explaining what this place actually is. Yes, okay, it's a convention for filmmakers, but what can they actually do here? Please explain what you do here. What is the function?
It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income.
I don't
Plus,
need
with
it.
your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
I still over 3 million Mora. I'm rich, Navia, and in game terms, I really don't need any extra income. It sounds like fun. I'll think about it.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves.
Fact.
So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant.
Okay, good to know that 1, I pronounced her name correctly, it is Escoffier, and 2, that I was right and it was her in the background, even though I've never seen this woman before.
Look over there.
I was right.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Hello, this is interesting. Also weird that you're giving me a card about her information when I haven't been introduced to her yet. Usually these pop up because she's been introduced in the story already and this is a refresher. Have I missed her introduction? Maybe, no, I was gonna say maybe it's part of the Archon quest, but the Archon quest is an interlude in Mondstadt, so interesting. A famous chef and pioneer Fontaine's precision gastronomy, a culinary movement that takes the rigorous precision and quantitative methods that are routine in scientific experimentation and applies them to cooking. In the eyes of her students, she is both a genius who strives for perfection and a stickler whose exacting standards fill them with dread. To create dishes that transcend the sublime, she is constantly pushing the boundaries of flavour. She sounds like a, what's his name? Hurston Blumenthal? Kind of type with regards to like science and flavour. Her voice actually also surprised me. When I saw her image in the wishing, whatever that's called, facility, I thought she'd have some sort of like irritating high voice, but no, she sounds really cool.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. Where's my cursor? There it is. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. I mean, I still don't know what this is about, Dr. Navia. But what do you do here? I don't understand. I mean, I can't go into whatever. No, dear. Off, please. I forgot that you can climb things by walking into them. There's nothing to interact. You can't even see inside. There's nothing here. What do you do here? Find out more about the convention by asking Lapine Pauline. Wait, but it said 2 seconds ago to talk to Navia. I'm confused. Pardon me, coming through. Hi, Escoffier. Ooh, you're short. Hold on, I'm on a raised platform. Okay, you're the same height as me. I suppose this game only has 3 heights, doesn't it? Small, medium, and large.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
And your plosives are also a problem. Maybe I will do her trial run. Assuming the trial run is back to a normal trial run and not that Natland bullshit. Oh, that's it? Okay. Wait, is this metal I'm running on? Good grief. Wait, so you have stone, wood, and metal all in the one construction? That's weird. Or is it not stone? Is it all just metal? Let me have a look. Yeah, it's definitely stonework, right? Oh no, that's glistening like metal. Well, actually only the bottom half is. The top half still looks like stone. Like all this. Oh no, it's metal. It's even worse. I think metal would be harder to do than stone, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, still don't see anything that you can do here. It still looks devoid of activities. Navia, what is the point of this place?
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
If you say so.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Why is your accent kind of weird?
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box.
How old was it?
It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Okay.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
Well, I reiterate the question. How old is it?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there.
Could you put any more S's in the one sentence for the plosives?
But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities.
That's probably the best thing you could have
I
done.
trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What? You're literally right next to the Polymamonia. It's a short jaunt away. You need to work on your cardio.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice.
Good lord, can people just do their damn jobs?
Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside.
Yeah, that makes sense. Trust her to come in and get the situation under hand.
And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of
I was
gun it
thinking the same thing from a hand gesture. I was thinking like rifle previously. But with a hand gesture, I'm like, oh, was it like a pistol or something?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat.
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
Ugh, you little... How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts!
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
You see what I mean, though? Yes, I'm bringing back a previous conversation from way back when I played. Hal adds nothing to the game. He doesn't add any comedic interest. He doesn't add anything to Kenichi's personality. All he did in this particular conversation was stall unnecessarily the flow of the conversation. If a character has to go, oh, sorry, where were we? That's like when you're playing an open world game and the characters are having some dialogue, but then you like stop and do something else, like get into combat or get out of the vehicle and do something else and then come back. And the character's like, oh, where were we? So they can continue. So it's finish and continue at the same time. They can finish off their scripted dialogue. That's what that reminds me of. And that's fine because of the situation. Here, it's just like you're breaking up the flow of conversation. If you're doing that in a way that doesn't contribute to characterization or exposition or enjoyment, it's unnecessary. I.e., how was unnecessary?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun.
That's great, but that's not helping us visualize. Start explaining.
Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
Even better, assuming you're good at sketching. Apparently, she's very slow at sketching.
Something like this.
You're fantastic at drawing. Have you ever considered art as a future prospective career? But what's the size are we looking at? Is it the size of someone's hand? Is this a size of a wrist and someone's hand can go in it, or vice versa? I think it shoots that way, but I'm not 100% certain. It could also be like a cannon that goes the opposite direction. Is it like a massive handheld, like two-hand affair? How big are we talking?
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer after all. Oh, right. No, that does make sense then.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
So, did they fire it to see that it could shoot? Or did they just make assumptions based on its design? I'm hoping they're making assumptions based on its design and didn't actually shoot an unknown device. Because what if it's rigged, or what if it's badly made and it's something from failure and you try and shoot and it backfires? Like, there's so many things that could go wrong if you're trying to shoot an unknown object.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Can you elaborate, Kanich, on the object in question? Apparently not. Oh, he gave me a very loaded look. Thanks a lot, Lapine Pauline. Can't wait for the event to get started. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Go off now.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
What support? Do you mean in the past? Because I'm not supporting you currently.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
It's not just me, okay.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs.
Even though neither of us are, like, film aficionados. That's the word, right?
Oh dear. I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too.
Bye.
But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
I still haven't... I'm sorry, but when did I commit to helping? I literally responded that. I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I haven't committed to anything, Lapine Pauline. Okay, now tell me about this gun, bro. It seems like Kanich has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot. There's no one here other than the chefs. This is quite a quiet spot.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
Nope. It looked ancient. Good. I'm asking the right questions. I was waiting to know how old it was.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins.
That is exactly what I was thinking it was.
Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun.
I don't know. I think there is quite a bit of a distinction between a hand cannon and a gun. They function rather differently, even though on the surface they seem quite similar.
Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
It could also just be a coincidence. Does that ever occur to you?
Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away.
Yeah.
Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first.
No.
I can wait.
Oh wait, Navia was here, wasn't she? I didn't speak to Navia. But yeah, there's something to do here, man. I'm pretty stoked to leave. But I'll go see Navia. Oh, she's by herself now. Has she got a different conversational gambits?
The fresh vegetables from the...
No, she's not. Bye. Navia. Was it important? Actually, it's your business, don't tell me.
It's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasy Land
Oh,
crew?
right. She did say if I wanted to join, I should speak to her again. No, is still my answer. Let me get a few things in order
No
first.
problem. We'll be ready when you are.
What does she want from me, by the way? I don't think I understand what she wants from me. Where is this quest line? Whirling Waltz. Ah, well, I've got to finish the quest first. Cool. I'll get back to you, Navia. I gotta go to the Palais Mermonia. See, what does she mean by walking? There's literally an aquabus that takes you to here. And all you have to do is walk up here and then back again. I don't know what she's carrying on about, Lapine Pauline, that is, about having to take the gun there in the first place. Look for objectives in the area. Hi. Have we met Aether before now?
Oh, man.
I Actually, that's a good question. Having not done the Natland stuff before now doing the event, we probably have been introduced to Aether previously. But at the same time, he's only been pulled for now in the wishing. So maybe this is his introduction. We're about to find out. Bro. I didn't realize you would refer to each other.
Are you
now.
mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
What kind of conversation is this? What?
Auroran, what are you doing here? And who's this?
Ah, okay, so it is his introduction.
Allow me to introduce you. Bro, meet bro.
This is weird. Auroran has never used the word bro as far as I can recall. Oh god, I forgot about the jeans Auroran's wearing. Good lord. But I don't recall him ever speaking like that. And now it's bro meet bro. Are you mimicking Aether? Which bro we talking about?
A bro who heals other bros.
What the fuck are we doing here, guys?
Ah, that bro. Nice to meet you, bro.
What the fuck are we doing here? Is this miHoYo's attempt? Actually, it's not even miHoYo. I can't even blame miHoYo for this. The localizer's attempt at being hip? This is ridiculous.
You guys.
Please, if Paimon hears the word bro one more time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Paimon. I had no idea you were allergic to bro talk.
I get them making fun of Aether. Like, I get that. But this is just weird.
Quick, Aoife. Paimon needs medical intervention.
Seriously, bro? I mean, dude, sometimes I honestly can't tell if you're being serious or just messing around.
No, this was definitely facetious on his part.
And Kanich, come on, brother. We've known each other for how long now?
Good
and
save.
even you won't let me off the hook?
Wait, you know him, yet you were pretending like you didn't to play along? That's just even more awkward.
It's quite hard to resist.
In that case, guess I'll have to introduce myself. Hey, traveler, I've heard a lot about you. I'm Aoife, a vet from the Flower Feather Clan.
I think the whole bro saga would have hit better if we actually knew the guy already and knew that he used the word a lot, rather than having the really awkward introduction using the word and then having him struggle to speak with not using the word bro. I think if he'd struggled to not use the word bro to start off with and then they'd sort of played with the word, then it would have made more sense. But it was just clunky and ham-fisted the way they've done it. But nice to meet you, bro.
Oh no, not you too. Oh, that wasn't directed at you, Aoife. It's nice to meet you.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Forkakuku.
Okay. Who's Kakuku?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
No.
It's Cheval Moran.
Yeah.
Right. I keep stumbling over that one.
To be fair, it's a very long word.
Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
Wait, you actually know who Cheval Moran is? Good for you!
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are here.
Why did they have to import vegetables? Did they not grow any in Fontaine?
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Aurora needs adult supervision.
Even though it's your first time too.
Yeah, but he's the adult, remember?
Right. But they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
If that makes you feel better inside, Auroran, you keep telling yourself that.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Okay, other than the weird way they introduced the whole bro thing, that was just confusing and weird at first and a little cringy. But I gotta admit, the rest of this dialogue is brilliant. Nice to meet you too, lil bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore.
Apparently not Aether.
So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
But remind me who the hell Kukuku really is? Who the fuck's that?
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aether, there's nothing to worry about.
Well, if you're not going to tell me who the fudge Kakufu is, I'll bloody look for it myself. Hold up. Phone, please cooperate with me. Nope, that's not a G. Genshin Ku. What the fuck are you? Have I even met you? It's a Kukusaurus. He assists at Aether's clinic and is capable of understanding and mimicking human speech. When was he first introduced? It's Mavwika's quest. Oh, Mavwika's story quest. Okay, that explains why I am so confused. I've never heard the name before that I knew of, but okay. So no, I shouldn't know who he is at this point, but players will know who he is at this point because they would have done Mavwika's story quest already.
You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku.
Can you elaborate?
Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Can I point out that it doesn't look like the Traveler and Kanicha are looking at Paimon? I mean, I get they probably are, but perspective-wise, it really doesn't look like it, especially if you look at their shadows. If you look at the shadows, Paimon is actually a step behind them, but it looks like the Traveler's looking here, and Kanicha as well are looking over here, and it doesn't look like they're looking at Paimon.
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Wait, you brought him here? I suppose if he's your assistant.
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
Oh, well, now you've done it.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow? Wow, that's commitment. That's a long time to put him into timeout.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
Oh, he just went flying off of his own accord. Okay, I mean, I don't know the creature's personality because I haven't met him before. I guess it's what flying objects do.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down.
True.
But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a ammonia. Probably not the best building for him to have flown into.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Fontaine's filmmaking industry would not have branched out into Natlan of all places, especially when they barely get any visitors or outsiders and their own people don't leave the borders previously. I don't see the film industry and films as a whole making their way into Natlan in any capacity.
Which building?
The one you don't want it to go into.
That one?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
How'd they
the
go in? The
one.
door's closed.
Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around.
Yeah, but none of the windows will be open.
I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aether, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly?
Look, I was just accepting that and moving on Paimon because I don't understand Aether or this creature, and I was like, maybe there's just some knowledge about the creature I don't know about, but like we should know about if we'd done the story quest, and I was just gonna move on, but thank you for asking.
Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Don't you think you'd be able to hear that from outside if that were the case?
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
Maybe I've forgotten Auroran's character, but this whole line does not feel very in character for him. In other words, right now in this building, there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Right?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right, everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
As it so happens, Glitch and I were just heading over to Paimon for something else entirely.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
You could just come in with us.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
That's so cruel. Why would I do that?
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Yeah, I was also going to ask that.
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
The answer is still no, Mr. Longlegs.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Can we get can we get a shot of Aether again? I just want to point. Here we go. The funny thing is, the difference between, say, a male body of Nilu's height, because as I said, there are only 3 body types in this game. There's the tall, the medium, and the short. So the only difference between, say, a male of Nilu's height and Aether's height is just that he's got longer legs. Instead of being like an actually larger character model, because usually when you're taller, you're bigger as well, because you're usually proportionate, right? It looks like all they've done is taken the exact same like character model size of someone of Nilu's height and just put extra long legs on him to compensate for the extra height. They haven't actually done anything to make them larger overall. I've never paid attention to this before, but I was just noticing it because I was seeing how ridiculously long his legs are. Like
that.
His legs are unrealistically long. His legs should be ending here or something. Like, it looks ridiculous. But then I was thinking, well, that just looks like a normal character model that they've just added length onto for the extra height. They haven't actually proportionately made them larger. That's just lazy character design.